Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Rusty and Mojo Show, EP.2. Today, we have a special guest, Marc, and I probably should ask you how to pronounce your last name.
Just Jane is fine.
Okay, yeah. That's what I assumed it was, but I didn't want to fuck it up. What's up, man?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I haven't done anything today besides for upload, which is most of my life. But Mojo kind of hinted at the end of the last episode that we would kind of talk about some of our L's dating in our lives or some of the more embarrassing moments. And Mojo, you actually said that you would do that specific. What is that noise?
My bad. I just the camera cut out for a second. We're good.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah. Mojo, you said you would talk about one of your biggest L's that you got or most embarrassing moments with a girl. So why don't you start with that?
Damn, I mean, like, shit, like, dude, I like the intro that you gave Marc. You asked him how his day was, and for me, just asking me what's my biggest L with females, like, damn, like, I'm a human too. Like, can someone ask me how my day was? Shit.
How was your day, Mojo?
How was your day, Mojo?
My day was straight, a little bit stressful and shit like that, but we thugging through it as usual. But yeah, it was good. How about y'all's?
We already said ours was good. Pay attention.
Hey, you can't reiterate.
Okay. Come on, we're all waiting. Get onto it.
Okay,
what was the story you were hinting at?
Okay, so hold on. Here's the thing. I don't want to be that guy, I'm sorry, but this is partly your fault too, Jacob. I just rewatched our first episode, which was a complete vibe. I said that we should get like 300 likes before I reveal my biggest L's because these L's are like kind of like, demoralizing. So, and we just literally uploaded the first episode today.
It's gonna get 300 likes. Quit making your excuses. Let's go.
I don't know, man. I mean, I think we're on track too, but I'd like to see that 300 likes in there first, just to make sure that I'm not putting out my business out there with no purpose.
I will Venmo you $5. Let's go.
All right, so you give me my what time period of my life do you want? When I first started talking to girls around.
Well, when you ended the last episode, it seemed like you had a particular moment in mind.
No, I don't. I take L's all the time, dog. I don't have any particular moment in mind. I'm just like you, bro. I take L's all the time. Call me fight.
Okay, that was rude. I thought you had one specific in mind. I was kind of banking on that being the intro to this one, so that's fantastic.
Okay, so tell me what age group you want. 17 to 18, 19 to 20.
I want you right now. What's your most recent one? Because that's the one you can hide from the least.
Okay. Most recent L? Okay, I got you. Yeah. To this day, I ain't gonna lie, this shit it irritates me. So, I met this girl or whatever on a dating app one time. And she was cool, she looked better in person, fat ass and all that. She was hot. And everything was cool. First date, I met up with her at this little spot that I take, all my potential prospects to. And we chopped it up or whatever. She was cool. I went her for the first kiss, she gave me a kiss or whatever. Smooth. So I kind of started to like this girl a lot because I've never dated a girl or like seriously talked to a girl like this in particular. And we were talking, next date I had with her, I went to her house to watch a movie with her. Not like that, don't trip, because ain't shit happen, bro. So I know your eyes are lighting up right now. Oh, you went to a movie. No, I ain't do shit at her house, bro. I met her mom. While I met her mom, I did some pretty like embarrassing shit. I knocked on the wrong door, and then I went to her apartment place, and I knocked on the wrong door. And as I knocked on the wrong door, I heard a big ass dog. I hear like not a big ass dog. I heard dogs, multiple dogs barking. And then as soon as I hear that shit,
the last girl I went out with, she had her family had 7 dogs.
7?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That should have been a sign, Rusty. 7 dogs? That should have been a sign, bro. But yeah, I ran out the building because, I mess with dogs, but multiple big ass dogs that I'm not, familiar with, I don't mess with that. So, had a little embarrassing moment, but that shit blew by. We talked to whatever, talk, blah, blah, blah. Shit was cool. 1 week went by. I hate using the word simp these days because it's kind of like overused.
Yes,
and
it is.
It's like lost its true definition. So what I'd say is that I didn't simp, but I did some suspect activities. That's what I like to say. And one day, I just brought this girl lunch or whatever. I brought her food to work, which is like, I view it as normal, but I mean, like, once you start treating girls like regular human beings, they just start to act crazy or whatever. So I did that, and
okay, Jesus Christ.
I did that, and she just, like, I got ghosted. And as of recent, that's my biggest, like, that's the most, like, embarrassing thing to happen to me. I got ghosted, like, I'll text her or whatever.
That's a weak ass story.
Wait, as of recent, bro. You said when I was 19, you said 19, 20. You said recent, bro. I've been taking more W's, obviously,
Boo, I get ghosted every day. That's not a big deal.
Wait, I don't get the story. Wait, hold on. You brought her lunch and then she ghosted you.
Yeah, I brought her lunch and then afterwards, she just ends up ghosting me. Like, after I bring her lunch that day, she just stops talking. Period.
Wow, you got screwed out of you were just a free meal to her.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, bro. That's what it sounds like.
I had a date like that in high school where I realized, like, this chick is only trying to get a free meal out of me. And you know what? It worked. So good on her. But apparently I heard about her after the fact that she dates a lot. And I knew that she was not doing well financially. So I'm like, dead ass, she just went out with me to get a meal. So that's great. That makes you feel appreciated.
Like food? Literally just food?
Well, we went on a date, but she was just like, yeah, you're paying for this, right?
You dating homeless girls or what, Jacob?
Jacob, just look at it as like charity.
Huh?
Just look at it as charity.
Charity, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd rather give to more deserving charity.
If she was so broke she couldn't afford food, you did something good.
Oh no,
there could have been an exchange, but there was not.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Charity, I don't know about those.
Although that date was horrible because this was back when I was 16, and I think we were all right. Like, I think the actual date was okay, even though I think she was using me for food. Mm-hmm. But I did not have my license at this time. Yeah. She did not have a car, so you know how we got to our date?
Your mom dropped you off?
My dad drove us to the date.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that kind of killed the entire mood because it's not easy to flirt with your dad in the car.
Yeah.
So literally right after that date, I was like, I'm getting my fucking license.
I got you.
Because that ruined the whole damn thing.
Those are pretty weak-ass stories, I ain't gonna lie. So, Mark, you're gonna have to pick up the slack for us. I'm sure you have like more juicier stories because you're older than us. How old are you again? Like 22?
No, I'm 21. I mean, how old are you guys?
I turned 21 next 20. Month.
You graduated college, you're just 21, man. I suck.
I started school a year early.
Well,
yeah.
How stereotypical.
I know, yeah. Let's see, dating L's. I mean, probably my... Let me think. Yeah, I would say freshman year of college. I got very close to this girl as the first semester of college, and we became really close friends pretty quickly. Like, when I say close friends, I mean we would often stay up till like 4 a.m. on like the quad, just talking about life. And then
that's the best kind.
I think sometime around Thanksgiving, I asked her out and she said no. And she said, just, I have to take some time to get used to, college, and I want to focus on building a social circle first. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then we tried remaining, we did remain friends after, even though it was a little awkward, but I felt like our friendship was definitely strong enough to get over it. Until winter break, I come back. It's January, and I find out she's started dating another guy.
Oh, friend zone.
That was kind of a brutal laugh there, Mojo. Jesus.
Bro, because it's funny and it happens all the time.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
Damn. Friend zone pain. Hey,
I honestly prefer just getting a real answer. Why not, rather than a fake one? But I mean,
yeah, fake one's hard.
At the same time, at the same time, it's nice that they're like trying to satisfy your ego or not make you feel down on yourself. But it's like, just tell me I'm ugly. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, because at that point, it's kind of like dragging you along, and they're just like sucking you from like all your attention.
Yeah, but like it's also because if they give you an answer like that, because her answer to that is like vague enough that you could be like, hey, maybe there's a chance in like a few months when she feels more established in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so you kind of hold on to it for just a little bit.
Yeah,
but if she was just like, nah, I'm not, you're fucking ugly, you're done. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
So after she got a man, did you like keep in contact with her, or were you just like, well, I'm done?
No, that was a really bad situation because, you know, I was really I was only 17 at the time, so it was like a weird I was pretty young.
Damn, so you were 16 when you graduated high school?
No, I was 17.
17.
I was 17 when I asked her out. I guess I was 18 when I found out she had a boyfriend. Yeah, because my birthday's in November.
I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
So.
Wow.
Yeah. That particular relationship did not end well. I did a lot of scummy things. Not scummy, but I basically just blocked her on social media after that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's just, you know, because that was also a time when I was starting to make content online. I wasn't doing YouTube yet, but I just started doing back then I was doing a podcast and I was also doing an Instagram account. But that was like a time when I was trying to, you know, put myself out there, and it wasn't fun for me to see her and just be constantly reminded, oh, hey, you're not good enough.
We all been through it.
Well, I guess we can use that as a transition because you very recently decided you were done with your basketball channel, which is how I'm going to assume most of the people watching this would know you. The channel called MDJ, and I want to ask, what was that like? Because that's not an easy decision to make at the size of your channel that it was.
Yeah, no. I'd been thinking about it for a long time. Basically, my last year in college, I already knew that I wasn't going to be doing this channel forever. It was just a matter of when I would quit it.
Yeah, I think I saw you say something about that on a Q&A.
Yeah.
Like you didn't plan on it being your career.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it just depended on the time frame. You know, the NBA being locked down definitely played a factor into it, where I just knew that there wouldn't be any really basketball news for a couple of months. So it felt like a good time to quit. And also, I don't know. It was definitely a difficult experience, man, because I think the first 24 hours after I made my goodbye video it felt really weird because it felt like you're just like giving away some part of yourself. Yeah. But I mean, after that, it was mostly pretty cool. And I was really heartwarmed to see all the nice comments
I have a question
on the video. So
how long was this like thought of you like not being on YouTube for that long? Like, when did this thought that you were gonna quit anytime soon first like appear in your mind?
Probably junior year of college. I was just thinking a little bit ahead and thinking about, okay, what do I want to do like after college? I'm not going to go to school. I'm not going to go to graduate school or anything.
Yeah.
Much to the disappointment of my parents. And so I'm not going to go to school. So I was like, okay, do I want to apply for a job? Then what type of job do I want? So I basically said, hey, I'm doing well enough on YouTube. I'll just stick with this. And then but I also realized that, you know, I'm not going to do this forever. And it was just, I think that the time when I started realizing that I no longer was super passionate about making basketball videos, and I wasn't that interested in basketball anymore. I still enjoyed it, but it just, I didn't have that passion that I did when I first started.
That's what's kind of crazy to me, because I've been so addicted to basketball over the past like 8 years now that I couldn't imagine like falling out of love with basketball like that.
Yeah.
Like that. How did that happen?
I don't know, man. Everybody's different, I guess.
So did something like else capture your attention, or like you just begin to like grow passions for other things?
Oh, you know what? Actually, yes. I was about to say no, but I think the real answer is yes, because a couple months before maybe I started thinking about quitting was the first time I did stand-up comedy. And that was definitely a break shed moment for me personally. There's also a dating related story behind how I did stand-up comedy, if you guys want to hear that.
Yes, sir.
Go for it.
Hey, legs crossed, ears open.
Okay, don't say legs open, ears crossed. So basically, the beginning of junior year, one of my goals for the year was to date, or just date more and just be more open socially and that sort of stuff. And it started off on a bang. Basically, I realized I was like in this class with this girl that I kind of knew, like we were just acquaintance level. And then we started talking, and then we hung out. There was one night where we're part of the same club, so our club had kind of a party night, and then we just basically, flirted back and forth all night. At the end of the night, I asked her to go on a date, and she said yes. And this is a girl that at the time I thought was completely out of my league.
Shooters! We got shooters! We got shooters in the building.
Dude, no, you're going to make me look like Nick Young because this ball is not going in, okay? So I asked her out. She said yes. Fantastic. It was on a Friday night. So I basically asked her, like, okay, do you want to do like tomorrow or Sunday? And she's like, well, my parents are here this weekend. So how about next weekend? I was like, okay, great. So basically, I'm super psyched about this, right? And I hadn't really been on a date since freshman year. So it'd been a while. So I'd started thinking about, okay, like what do I want to do for the first date? And I started planning that. And then around Wednesday, we had our class together again, and I approached her again. And just like, hey, yeah, so about our date this weekend, like, what time is good for you? And then her first words were, Marc, I think you're a great guy. And then I just died on the spot.
That's the worst.
Yep. So basically she said that, I'm dealing with like mental health stuff, which is true. I know from our mutual friends that she was not mentally stable. But yeah, she basically said that, and she's just like, I'm not in a position to date, blah, blah, blah. And so that crushed me, dude. That hurt me more than it should have.
You know what?
For a girl that I didn't really know. Yeah.
I have an actual similar story, because the second to last girl that I asked out, she was in one of my classes, and in my personal taste in women, I prefer the ones with the Latina persuasion, and she was of this persuasion, and very attractive. And do you know that stereotype of the girls that wear like the big ass white chunky filas?
Yeah.
She
she
wore those. No, I don't really like them, but I'm just painting the picture for you. And she was also short, which I'm into. So very much my type. I'd give her a solid 8 or 9 out of 10. So well out of my league. And we had a few conversations in class that led me to believe we could have a good back and forth and like a type of dating conversation.
I remember this.
So I ask her out, and she very excitedly says yes, and takes my phone to get my number. And I'm asking her questions about what she wants to do for the date, and she tells me, oh, I forgot to mention this. This chick also, I'm actually mildly glad about that it didn't work out, because apparently she's insane, because she texts everything. She texted everything in all caps with an exclamation point at the end of every sentence. Like, she was screaming in excitement at every single fucking thing she said. So even when she rejected me, it was in all caps in an exclamation point, like it was something to be excited about. So she tells me, oh, first things first, I have a boyfriend, all caps, exclamation point. I thought you were just asking me out as a friend, exclamation point, all caps. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense, because people ask each other out as friends. They go, hey, I think you're really cute, and we've had some fun conversations, would you like to go out sometime? You tell your friends that they're very cute before asking them to hang out.
Of course, I tell you you're cute every day, Jacob, don't I? Don't lie to the people.
Yeah, that's how I talk to you. So that was a little crushing, but I don't know if you said how that contributed to you wanting to quit YouTube.
Oh yeah. So basically that happened. I was crushed, but I also realized, okay, is there any way I can turn this into a positive experience? So I just heard about that. I just heard that like there was a stand-up comedy club at my university. And so I was like, okay, I'll join it and I'll talk about this on stage. And I did. It was basically 2 weeks after I got swerved that I went on stage for the first time. And
I haven't heard that word since like 2014.
That's the best word.
So you went on stage. So you went on stage in front of like a bunch of, how many people were like in the crowd?
Yeah, there was a lot of people because I mean there was probably around 100 people in the audience. It was it's basically the comedy club at our school puts on a show every month at the end of every month. So I basically went on there and I told the story and I actually killed that night, which was definitely surprising. But basically, yeah, people.
That's got to get your heart racing. I don't know what Mojo just said. I just said that's got to get your heart racing.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was. I mean, that was a surreal experience. Mojo, were you asking how long it was?
Yeah.
Oh, it was around 10 minutes. We weren't allowed to do more because there was multiple people performing.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
wow,
but basically, I just told that story and got a ton of laughs, and that was like probably the best experience I've ever had. Just the best 10 minutes. Just pure euphoria and. I kind of got addicted.
Interesting.
And then, I realized that, you
wanted to pursue comedy stuff.
Yeah, basically.
So I've been watching your new channel. I don't know if Mojo, I probably should have told Mojo that you had one.
I subscribed to it already way before.
Okay.
Hey.
So you do, you can describe what you do on that channel because you're still kind of figuring it out.
I'm still very much figuring it out. I wouldn't even know how to describe it. It's just whatever type I'm just experimenting with all kinds of videos right now.
I'd say the best stuff that you've put out right now has been your commentary type of stuff. The one, I don't remember the name of the lady, the girl who like adopted this Asian kid who had some sort of mental thing and she ended up having to give him away.
Oh yeah.
And there's a big backlash about that.
Yeah.
Your video on that was fantastic. And the one you just put out on video game addiction was really good. I know you're going for a comedy thing, but I think what's been best thus far is when you're like talking about shit like seriously, what you did with those two.
Yeah.
Like those are very well, like I can see like most people when they're starting off a channel, they don't really know what they're doing. But I think because you've had years of YouTube experience with NBA YouTube, you seem to know at least somewhat what you're doing just from the jump.
Yeah, just basic stuff like how to make a good thumbnail and how to, YouTube titles, which is an art, by the way. Figuring out the right title for a video, it is an absolute fucking art. Yeah.
Yeah, someone should tell that to Mojo.
Does Mojo have bad titles?
Yeah, my title. Rusty doesn't see the vision yet, but I'll get there. Like I want to go ahead and just walk away from like a big channel like that. That takes a lot of courage and a lot of balls. Like not everyone would do that. See, people, there's a lot. I'm sure we all know that there's a lot of people on YouTube who do what they do, and they're not happy behind the camera and mentally once the camera's off. But for you to just walk away as soon as it didn't make you happy, that just tells a lot about like the type of person you are and like the type of shit that you stand for, So that's like pretty ballsy.
Oh shit, dude. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I know in your position,
if
I had 150K subs, I'm pulling pretty damn good views every video, at least when I'm doing it consistently. I'm not, if I hate that shit, I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
And I would have at least done it for a couple more years in your position, but you knew when it was time and you walked away then, which is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah. But
I remember, or sorry, you were going to say something. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jacob.
I remember when I had 15K subs, I got a pretty wild offer, which there is a chance that it was a scammer, but I did get offered $7,000 to give them my channel, like give them the login information with that sub count. And goddamn, did I contemplate doing that? Because that's more money than the channel had made to that point, and that's more money than I had ever seen in any capacity at that point. I don't think I'd even had an $1,000 paycheck from YouTube at this point. But I was like, I stuck to my guns on that one because I was like, I know this is what I want to do, and I'm not going to throw away. I'm not going to let money factor into that in terms of like making that money. And now I've made a lot more than $7,000 with what's been left on my channel from where it is right now. And I look like I can make a career out of it, which is a lot better than just $7,000. But point I'm trying to make is I decided to prioritize that, even though I did make money from not doing it. But you know what I'm saying. I was trying to prioritize what I wanted to do for my career over the quick buck that I could have gotten. And you're doing the same thing by leaving that channel.
Yeah, I really appreciate your very kind words, Mojo. I do have to say though that I am in a very privileged position to be able to walk away from something like this. Because obviously I'm not making any sort of money from the new channel. And the only reason why I can kind of pursue that is because I did this basketball channel while I was still in college, and I saved up a good amount of money doing that. But again, the only reason why I saved up money doing that is because I didn't have to pay any tuition. Like, I don't have any student loans. I don't have any debt to worry about. So it's a very financially privileged position to be in.
How did you get around the loan? Did you get a scholarship or something? No,
my parents just they set up a college fund for me when I was still pretty young. So
that's what's up.
I got a college fund as well, but it's definitely not enough to cover the whole thing. I got like $4,000 and I've spent all of it, and I'm probably dropping out, so that's great.
Oh yeah, I remember, Russ, you've had this. I remember like you used to have these dropout talks like way back, like maybe December, November, something like that. And now it's like, I ain't gonna lie, at first I advise you not to drop out because I'm like, bro, why would you do that? Just don't do that yet. But now that you've been like on a roll with YouTube, now if you were to decide that, I wouldn't try to be in your ear and try to like, I wouldn't try to like, be in your ear at all when it comes to that.
I want to finish my general education degree because I don't want to do. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm so tired of basic like high school level education or anything like that. I want to. If I decide to continue school, and I think what I'm probably going to do is finish that degree and then take a couple of years doing YouTube and save up money so that if I do go back to school, I'll be able to pay it off without having loans. But I'm so fucking tired of general education stuff. Like, I have been. The thing about the American education system that I hate so much, and this is a whole nother damn topic, but you repeat the same information over and over and over and over again. Like, I'm still learning about World War II in my history classes. I know enough about World War II. I don't know why I need to go through this shit again to get a degree in video production. What does World War II have to do with how to edit a fucking video?
I know, bro. I'm literally... Makes on the same way with,
because everyone told me like, oh, once you get to college, you don't have to do this like high school type of shit. You don't have to go to an English class unless you're getting an English degree. But that's bullshit. You got to go for about 2 years of general education, which is basically the same shit in high school. And it doesn't help that at community college, there isn't a university vibe. It's basically has the same vibe of high school again. So I graduate high school and I'm like, I've escaped this prison, and then I'm back in the fucking prison.
Yeah, it depends a lot on the college, because like the college where I was, it was relatively free. But then you have on the other side of the spectrum a college like Columbia, they have like a core curriculum which extends like all the way through college.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I'm so done with it. Like, I think I know enough about every subject besides for math to get by in life. I don't need to keep learning about it. I'd like to just study the degree that I'm doing. But even then, I have a fucking calculator. I don't need math.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Personally, I think for me, I kind of like going to school because I mess with the vibe and stuff like that. And, I make new connections. And overall, just the experience as a whole, I like it. But when it comes to, like, I think for me, if I was in your position too, Jacob, I don't think I'd drop out, but I'd slow down definitely with the classes that I'm taking. Just because of how well you're doing. Like,
last semester, I took 3 classes. Before that, I took 2.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember that.
I actually had to speed it up a little bit because I don't want to be in community college for 4 years.
Oh yeah, that'll be pain. That'll be pain.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, even if you wanted to slow down, like, take your time to continue to build what you're building. Ain't nothing wrong with, like, saying in community college for 4 years. Yeah, that may suck to the eye, like, of most people, but, like, fuck most people. You're not, like, most people won't understand what you're doing, you know?
Oh, I don't care about that. I just don't want to do it that long. I don't know, with what I'm doing with YouTube right now, because I am also in a privileged position where my parents are letting me live in their house rent free and only have about $200 a month in bills, and I don't need to leave for much else outside of that because Corona. I don't spend money pretty much ever, except for the last like 2 weeks. I spent like $1,100 on a basketball hoop and iPhone.
Yeah.
But I'm able to save up a dickload of money, and by the end of the year, I'm going to determine either I'm going to buy a house and go balls to the wall on YouTube, or I'm going to basically upload like once a week and go balls to the wall in school. Like my problem is that I've been like, I haven't been willing to jump in one way or the other as much as I should. Like I'm half-assing when I'm fully in school and doing YouTube. I'm half-assing both of them at the same time, and I'd rather full ass one or the other.
Well, Jacob, let me ask you this: what's the goal of you staying in school? Like, what are you getting from school?
I'd like a degree in something along the lines of video production, either to be an editor and I understand you can be an editor like of a YouTuber without a degree because I've already applied for positions like that, but I enjoy the process of editing videos, and I'd like to move that up to even editing TV and movies or commercials. So yeah, and getting degrees very much helps in that area, even though I feel like I should be able to point to my YouTube channel and be like, hey, I've been producing content for 3 years. I have somewhat of a grasp on this shit, but what are you going to do? That's America for you.
I mean, I think that's...
So speaking about...
Yeah, go ahead.
You go for it.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think that's every country. I think degrees actually matter in basically everywhere you go.
Yes, I know, but I like being a neoliberal and blaming everything on America sucking.
Yeah, I get it.
So, you mentioned, you not being able to go outside because of the Rona. So, I guess this leads on to my next point. So, for Marc, how's this quarantine lifestyle been for you since this whole thing happened?
Well, I saw he cut his own hair, and that didn't look great.
Wait, hold on.
Fuck you, I'm hanging up. Screw this podcast. I'm done with this. Later.
Damn, Jacob again. See what you do, man. We can't have nothing nice.
You were making fun of yourself about it, all right? I felt I was within reason doing it.
I posted it on Twitter. Come on, I shaved myself bald at 21. Like, come on. I was begging for the jokes.
You know what? I want to say something though. I was on the buzz cut trend before this virus even hit, and I feel like I deserve some credit for that.
Okay,
because literally like a month and a half before Corona hit, I decided to get a faded buzz cut, and I think it looks good on me. So I'm not giving myself shit for it, but I just thought it was funny. Like then suddenly everyone on Twitter is like posting photos of themselves with a buzz cut. I'm like, I was here before you, motherfuckers.
Okay.
So why did you like cut your hair like that, Marc?
Oh, because I thought we were going to be like locked down for a long time, and I just figured, hey, why not? Like my hair was going to super long.
Well, also, aren't you just curious to know, like I don't know, you might not have male pattern baldness in your family, but I know that by 40, I'm probably going to be slipping in that area based on my mother's father. So I'm like, I kind of want to know what my head shape really is with almost no hair. So I'll know what I'll look like if I'm bald. So now I know that it's okay.
Back of your head is flat, Jacob. Turn your head to the side real quick so the people can see.
No. I very specifically avoid profile shots in my videos because I have no chin and my head is basically a thumb. Like, you know those thumb creatures from, it's either Shark Boy, Lava Girl, or Spy Kids? I look like that. I'll never turn my head like that. You'll never see it. The reason I have this shitty goatee is because my chin disappears into my neck if it's not there.
Oh, man, that's crazy. So
yeah, it's tough.
Damn. Oh, that's crazy. So, so Marc, you said Did I mishear you? Did I like get this right? Did you say you dyed your hair or something like that?
No. I just shaved it. I shaved it bald.
Yeah.
Oh,
You definitely
okay.
misheard there.
Is it growing back now? Or
Yeah,
what?
it's growing back. You'll see the video. When
That's
this
how
podcast
hair
comes out.
tends to work, Mojo.
No, I mean, like, I thought he was gonna keep it that way.
No,
you
no,
know?
no,
Your
no.
hair
Shit.
grow
No,
back?
no.
I have the same haircut for life now.
Thankfully, my hair grows pretty fast, so it only took like a month till I was presentable again.
Okay. But what else quarantine wise what else been going on? I guess you didn't really say what you're doing for work now, because I'm assuming since you moved out, you're doing something and you have a degree. So what's that?
No, not really. I mean, right now I was just, I was still doing YouTube for a couple months after graduation. And then now I'm just kind of spending all of my time trying to build this new YouTube channel and just making new videos.
So if you don't mind me asking, how are you getting the bills paid?
Yeah, I think I mentioned this earlier, right? I saved up a lot of money in college through the basketball channel.
Yeah. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
But yeah, no. So I moved down here to Austin, Texas. Basically, the beginning.
That's one of
the year.
like top places that I would like to live is Austin, Texas.
Yeah, have you
Although
been?
my crazy aunt lives there, so
Yeah.
maybe not.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get to experience the city much until basically things got locked down.
Poor timing.
So where were you located originally? Were you in like Massachusetts or something like that, or Virginia?
No, I went to college in Baltimore.
Where the hell did you get that from?
Baltimore. Fuck, I don't know why. I don't know why, bro. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I was just a random guest.
So what was your degree in?
Psychology.
Oh, that's one I considered as well, but then I realized I was not smart enough for that.
Oh, dude, it's not. It's one of like the least challenging academic degrees, in my opinion.
No, but like I don't know. I think I like the idea of it more than what the actual job would be, because I like to sit here and like ponder on deep philosophical thoughts, and in my head I'm just like boob, vagina, poop. Just the most basic, primitive, childish mind ever, and I'm just like, yeah, life is meaningless. Okay. Well, I got some questions that I asked for on Twitter that we can go over, and let's start with a fun one. What's the biggest regret in your life?
Pain.
I need to think about this for a while.
I had another one that was how big, thick, and juicy is it? So not answering that one.
Hold on, block him real quick. Don't say another word. Block him first.
I'm not going to block him. It's okay.
He deserves
it gets the job done. That's all you need to know.
Oh, Lord.
You got, what's your biggest regret? What's your biggest regret, Mojo?
Me? My biggest regret? I would say not starting YouTube earlier, because I started like after I graduated high school. And actually, I can give you guys now. Yeah, I can give you guys one of my most embarrassing stories. This story's like low key inspirational, but
okay.
I don't want to give it out right now unless you guys want it. But my biggest regret is probably not starting YouTube earlier. But I didn't start YouTube early for a reason, because I didn't have my own room until I graduated high school, so I didn't really have anything to work on.
Yeah,
but that's no real excuse. I could have got it done. Yeah.
I think my biggest regret is not keeping up with my health in high school. Because in my end of my junior year to senior year, I went from about 160 to 250. That's a pretty big jump. And that's because
you need like 90 pounds.
That's because for the longest time I had been training to be an NBA player, because that was my dream for a long ass time. My problem was because I was 6'1" when I was like 12, 13. I figured I was going to be tall as fuck, and I ended up capping out at 6'3". I just had a growth spurt, and then that was pretty much all I had, besides for an extra 2 inches. So I basically built my game around the idea that, hey, I'm going to hit this growth spurt, and I'm going to be a power forward or a center. So I played basketball like I was a big man, and then I cap out at 6'3", and you don't see Alex Caruso out there grabbing rebounds and blocking shots. So that kind of killed that dream. I didn't make the team 2 years in a row. Depression, but literally. And then a girl broke up with me on my 16th birthday, and just a downward spiral from there. And a lot of people have vices of alcohol or drugs. Mine is food. So and because YouTube money really started hitting the bank at this point, I could go out pretty much every day and get fast food, and I was addicted to fast food, so I put the pounds on fast. And because I gave up on being an NBA player, I completely stopped working out. I used to put up 200 shots a day, run a mile a day, and even do other stuff on top of that. And then I just cut that out and then got money to go out and eat almost every day. So weight went on fast. And I wish that I had, maybe taken some inventory and be like, fuck that girl, that doesn't matter. And you were delusional to think you were going to make the NBA with a 12-inch vertical. So get the fuck over it and move on.
Yeah.
But the weight's coming off now, somewhat.
Yeah. I wonder what like a skinny Rusty looks like.
I have a photo of skinny Rusty. I can post it on Twitter.
Post it. I was gonna say send it to me, but you can post it on.
And I actually have somewhat of a jawline. That's what I'm really working for. Like, I've dead ass said, like, I can live with a little bit of a gut and like some slightly flabby arms, but my face being fat is the fucking worst. And I noticed because I've lost about 35 pounds ish. I go back and look at old videos and like, holy fuck, my face is like 2 times as big, and that's just 35 pounds down.
Yeah.
Like. And on top of that, I was rocking a disgusting chin strap. So I I looked like the most virgin motherfucker on the planet. That's rough. That's rough. And I think I might have made a thread about this a while ago, but it's rough, like having an internet personality and people see what you look like and you're like, oh, that was a bad fashion decision. Good thing 25,000 people saw that.
Yeah, I feel it, bro. I feel we've been there. I was like maybe like 30 pounds overweight myself. Maybe like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but you're like 5'4", so that's a lot more.
Bro, don't ever. I'm over 6 foot.
You are not over
like
6 foot.
All right? I'm like,
you are 6 foot with Air Force Ones on. You're full of shit.
I'm 6.
You're full of shit.
What? I told you that, bro. I'm going through. Bro, kiss my ass, Jacob. Don't try me like that. The host may be watching. Okay, I tell all the girls that I deal with that I'm like 6'1". Don't say that. Why would you say that?
So you're a liar.
Man? First off, no, I'm not a liar. Okay. When did I tell you that? I probably told you that sometime last year. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm 6'1". I'm a late bloomer, so I hit a little bit of growth spurt over this past year.
Is your dick finally growing too?
Why would you even ask me? Mark, you can leave this call if you want, bro. I don't blame you. This may be real awkward. What type of podcast is this man running? He's over here saying, oh my God, what did I just get myself
about
into,
a late
man?
bloomer,
These
man.
guys aren't professional.
How tall are you, Mark?
Yeah.
I think I'm 5'10" without shoes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Average male height.
Short ass bitch. Dude, I have a complex with my height where any man that's shorter than me, if anyone, like when I have a teacher like in high school, like I had a teacher in high school who was like literally like 5'6". Anytime a guy that short was trying to discipline me on something, I like had to hold back laughter because I'm like, bro, I could sit on you.
We all could sit on you. Oh my God, bro. So here's a random question. Okay. So I want Mark to answer this question first. So if you could combine 2 NBA players, their skill set, play style, whatever, who do you think would like match you, Mark? Are you like a shooter? You good ball handling skills, or are you like straight like passion on the court, like a Patrick Beverly type?
Oh, that's interesting. Man, I haven't thought about that in a while. It's been a while since I played basketball, honestly. Let's see.
Danilo Gallinari and Raymond Felton are mine.
Bro, Jacob, no one asked. It's not your turn yet.
Gallinari and Felton, that's funny. Yeah. Let's see. I was definitely a shooter. I'm a terrible dribbler, so I'm not a point guard by any means. And I definitely prefer shooting. And I'm like a good shooter and a good rebounder. So I don't know what combination you put on there, but I think definitely PJ Tucker, because I think it got trained into me that during high school that I would play pretty tough, and I was also smaller for most of high school, so I had to learn to just kind of like elbow people and just like use all the dirty tricks to grab
you are dirty
and stuff.
No, so I elbow the fuck out of people too. Okay. It's not dirty.
Yeah.
It's just advantage.
So that and whatever 3-point PJ Tucker plus whatever 3-point shooter you want.
PJ Tucker's not a bad 3-point shooter.
That's true. He's a stationary 3-point shooter. Yeah.
Oh, so you're off the move. You're on your JJ Redick
no,
shit?
I can't. No, you're right. I mean, I can't really shoot off the dribble. So I guess I'm just PJ
glad,
Tucker.
I'm glad you're retired so I can officially claim the best shooter on YouTube or NBA YouTube title.
Who's fighting for that title,
You gotta
Jacob?
see footage first, Rusty.
My jumper is fucking wet. I don't care.
Okay.
You gotta see.
I know I got a better jump shot than you. I'm certain of it. But you know what? My jump shot is one of those things that I have an insane amount of irrational confidence with. Like, you can put someone in front of me who's objectively a better 3-point shooter. Like, if you put Danny Green in front of me and said, one jump shot to save your life, who are you taking, yourself or Danny Green? I'm taking myself because I have that much irrational confidence in my jump shot. And it's stupid because I would fucking die. But especially because I'm not good under pressure. So I'm dead as fuck, but I'm still choosing me. I'm confident in that.
Hey, I fuck with that confidence.
But I don't. That confidence doesn't exist in any other capacity in my life.
That's pain. That's pain, man.
Let's see. I got some questions here.
Yes, sir. Bring up another one.
Favorite shows / movies? What you guys got?
Dude, for me personally, I'm not like a big time movie watcher or TV show watcher like that at all, bro. Like
I just finished rewatching Breaking Bad, and every time that show shocks me with how good it is.
Yeah, that's my favorite TV show. Breaking Bad, yeah.
Really?
It's so fucking good, Mojo. You gotta watch it.
It's really good. Yeah, that's my favorite TV show.
Well, one of my favorite shows is Some Unfortunate Timing, and actually my favorite movie is also Unfortunate Timing. So my favorite movie of all time is Baby Driver, and Ansel Elgort was just accused of homophobia, racism, and sexual assault. So there's that. Then Kevin Spacey is also in that movie. And then my favorite current show is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is a cop show. So, unfortunate timing upon that.
Yeah.
What the hell? This man just asked me a serious, like, geopolitical question. What the fuck is that?
Ugh, skip.
What's a geopolitical question?
He said, how do you feel about Russia putting out bounties on American troops and the United States not reacting? Yeah, I'll give you a clear, concise answer on that one. I'm an expert on that. How did graduating from high school feel? That's kind of lame. I'd mention that because I want to bring up a funny story. I remember at my graduation, there was a guy sitting next to me who I knew did YouTube, and he was bragging to one of his friends who was sitting next to him about the fact that he hit 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. And as I was graduating, I had like 28,000. So I was just sitting there in silence. Like, I'm not going to say shit because I could ruin this guy's day, but I'm not going to do that.
That's hilarious. Well, hey, man, dude, 3,000 is not easy. Starting from zero.
No,
that's
not.
An accomplishment, yeah.
But I just thought it was pretty ironic. Dream collab. You know what? You know what's ironic about that? Mark, you probably don't remember this because it didn't seem like you ever read the DM, but when you first followed me, I asked you if you wanted to collab and you never replied to my DM.
Oh, yeah, I don't really check Twitter
you just say collab?
Yeah, like do a video together.
I just say collab.
He followed me on Twitter and I was like, this guy has 100,000 subs. I'm going to get some of his clout.
Bro, I'm not going to let you slide with that. Why'd you say collab instead of collab?
I don't know what you want from me, Mojo. I said what I said.
You just gulped some water just now? Slow down,
man. Yes, I did.
I heard it, man. It's collab. Okay. Say it with me. Collab, not collab. I don't know why, but that just irritates me when I hear constantly.
Okay, this is an interesting one. What are you doing if you get to rule the world for 48 hours?
Me? 48 hours.
All of us, dipshit.
48 hours. What are you going to do? Let me hear your answer first, Mark.
If I was a dictator for 48 hours, what would I do?
Yeah.
Of the whole world.
Yeah, I'd probably just bang as many women as I could.
Have a bunch of Marc Juniors around the world.
Honestly, bro. I mean, dude, when you're a dictator, dude, it's like, you guys seen like Vladimir Putin's married to like this like obviously amazing amazingly beautiful like gymnast that's like 20 years younger than him. It's like, yeah, he's a dictator. Like that woman can't say no to him.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
I see that. Wow. So
my real answer would be divisive, so I'm not gonna say that one.
No balls.
I don't know. Probably the same as yours, Mark.
So,
I mean, my real answer is I would kill Donald Trump, but I'm not. We're cutting that out.
Well, if you're dictator, Donald Trump no longer has power.
I don't give a shit. He's still getting killed. I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah.
But what are you doing, Mojo?
I'm fixing the world first. I'm killing off all racists, you know. I'm doing things like...
You think you can round up every racist in 48 hours?
48 hours? Okay, first off, if I have time to prepare and like everybody knows that I'm about to become the shit in 48 hours, then for sure, like everybody, I got the whole squad with me, the whole world with me. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna target out every single person who seems You're not
going to get every one of them in 48 hours.
Bro,
I guarantee you.
I'm going to exterminate most of them. A lot of them, all right?
Why are both of our answers like, okay, here are who we're going to kill?
Why can't you guys just have a fun time?
But also I kind of want to change shit, but also I want to have a fun time. So I don't know.
I want to do both at once. I want to leave an impact and also, you know, make my Willie happy at night.
So you're just going to be like, go get the racist. All right, bitch, get over here.
Yeah, exactly. While y'all do that, I'm going to have some of these around me. A bunch of baddies around me. Sounds selfish, but hey, it's the truth.
What are your hobbies besides for basketball? For me, I don't even really have one anymore. This is all I do, which I realize saying out loud is kind of depressing.
Okay. Okay. So for me, outside of basketball, whenever I'm not watching basketball or, you know, making videos and whatnot, I'm probably working out or I'm doing things for my clothing brand, eating, sleeping. You know,
eating is not a hobby.
Bro, it is for me. What is you talking about? It is for me, man. I look forward to that shit every single day. But yeah, playing basketball, working on the clothing brand. I like watching YouTube videos. If that's a hobby, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of a boring person, so yeah.
I mean, that's pretty normal. Yeah. I watch a lot of YouTube. I think for us, though, like watching YouTube is a bit different because it's also important to stay up to date on the trends on the platform.
Yeah.
So,
but also, have you guys noticed that like watching YouTube before actually doing it and watching it now is like completely different for how you view it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Because
like for me, I know what happens behind the camera now. Like I know every little trick. When like I see an edit, I'm like, oh yeah, I know how to do that. Yeah. Or I know what they were attempting to do with that.
Yeah.
And I can generally tell like how hard someone works on what they're doing. Yeah. Like I can tell that was low effort, or I can tell that was high effort.
Oh yeah.
I can agree with
it's
that.
Weird. That same thing kind of applies to movies and TV as well, although on a much smaller scale because there's a lot more to that than just doing a YouTube video. But like, I don't know. I think it's kind of doing YouTube is kind of maybe more like analytical about movies and TVs and stuff rather than just enjoying it, which is kind of sad, but
yeah, I feel that. I kind of feel that. So this is a random question that I have for you, Mark, but I'm just going to assume that I'm going to ask, did you watch the Jordan documentary?
No, actually, I haven't watched it.
Wow.
What?
Wow. That's crazy. Man, he was not lying when he said
I'm going to watch it eventually. No, okay. I'm going to watch it eventually, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
We'll just put 10 hours aside.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, that's amazing. That's crazy to hear. That's crazy to hear.
All right, well, what was your question going to be?
Oh, it was going to be that. Did you watch the Jordan documentary?
That was it? That's your whole question?
Yeah. That was it.
Oh, you were horrible at this.
Yeah. You chose the wrong one, bro.
Okay, here's a fun question. You ever smoke that ganja?
Ooh.
What does that mean?
Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, good. No, I haven't. I was planning on doing it when I was going to go on a trip to Atlanta during spring break, but then the virus got very serious the week before that, and we had to cancel the trip.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate. And I should say that Mojo was not planning on doing it there. He's a good Christian boy.
Don't call me Christian ever in your life again, dog. I just don't do that.
Oh
shit
yeah, you're right. I forgot.
My name is
that you're Muslim.
Bro, I'm not even that either. I like that better than Christian, though, bro. But yes,
whatever you define yourself as, you're definitely not Christian. But I was
being,
thinking,
sir. I'm a spiritual being.
Not smoking. Not smoking. What the fuck? Not smoking the devil's lettuce. All right. How about you, Mark? You're a little silent over there.
Yeah. What's the question? Sorry, I didn't follow.
Have you ever smoked ganja?
Yeah. What's ganja?
Weed.
It's marijuana.
Marijuana. Oh, okay. That's what I was assuming, but I didn't know if that was a different drug. No, I've never done weed.
Cool. Okay, so
wow, 3 losers here.
So
never really had an interest.
What's the craziest
I've
thing?
had insane interest, but I don't want to get arrested. But I'm also white, so I'll probably be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how to go about finding it.
So what's the I have a question.
Okay, go for it.
What's the most insane thing that you've seen in college or heard about in college before, Mark?
Ooh, most insane thing I've heard of in college.
Or
just
witness.
Like people doing crazy stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man. I mean, you hear a lot of stuff, and most of it is definitely not true, or it's very exaggerated.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear
most things.
Yeah, you hear stories about like people doing drugs so hard that they shat on a police car or something like that.
What the fuck?
Police car.
Yeah.
You just said that like offhand, like that's a normal thing that people hear.
Yeah.
Baltimore
I've heard that
different,
one
bro.
before. And I don't
Baltimore different.
They're out there shitting on cop cars.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, people in Baltimore have been shitting on cop cars since like the 80s, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were onto the trend before it was cool.
So is that your story?
I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't believe it. I think that's definitely not true. It's probably exaggerated.
You know what? I have one that was in high school, actually. There is a kid that I knew, never saw him again after this, that was apparently caught doing cocaine off of a toilet in the bathroom when he was 15.
Whoa.
Cocaine?
Yeah. Yeah, like there's dead ass cocaine in our high school. I'm like, what the fuck? There's no. I would like to think that that's not true, but I never saw that kid again.
Good.
So something happened. That's all I know. Let's see. What was your dream job when you were a kid? That's another question we got. For me, it's what I'm doing right now, just on a larger scale.
Yeah. For me, it's literally what I'm doing right now. I just ever since I was like 12, 13, I just planned on. I always told myself that I'd want to do YouTube, try it, and like try to put myself in a position to make it something I do for a living.
It's also unfortunate timing. The reason that I wanted to start YouTube was because of Shane Dawson.
I don't even know what's happening with him right now.
You watch Shane Dawson?
Well, in 2012, Shane Dawson was popping. I didn't mean to rhyme right there.
Oh.
Oh shit, my camera died. One sec. Yeah, in 2012, Shane Dawson was not. Well, okay. Here's the thing. In 2012, like I was the edgelord kid that liked having a very fucked up sense of humor, and just as long as something was fucked up, that's what you laughed at, and that's what Shane Dawson's humor was, and he was one of the biggest YouTubers. So I was into his content then. Now, not so much. And now I realize his old shit is fucked up. My sense of humor has since changed. Well, most recently, a video of him pretending to jerk off to an 11-year-old girl from the Will Smith's family. I don't remember the name of the girl.
Willow Smith.
Willow, yeah. A video of him when he was in like 2013 pretending to jerk off to a photo of her when she was like 11. And I mean, I don't think that he's actually like sexually attracted to children. This took a fucked up turn, but I just think I agree with what he said in his apology, which is that he always just did shit that was messed up for the sake of funny, because I know that's what I enjoyed about his stuff when I was that young. And then he randomly started, like, his channel turned into him like eating weird foods. I'm like, yeah, I'm not into this anymore. So I unsubscribed when I was like 15. But
Okay.
yeah, it's funny that he's the guy that got me into YouTube, and now I can't fucking stand him.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Yikes. That's a big
Anyways, on that note, I did have a question for you, Mark, because I'm planning on moving out by February of next year. What is it like living on your own?
Ooh, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can answer that. I think it's different for everyone. For me, I'm pretty used to it because, you know, I went to boarding school before college. So even then I was kind of like, you know, what is it? Junior year of high school. I was already living by myself, like had my own room. Yeah, so I'm pretty used to it. And basically I prefer it. I definitely prefer it to having a roommate.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just different for everyone, man. I think you just got to make sure that you keep up with social life. And I'd recommend not living on your own during quarantine.
Yeah.
Well, my plan, I don't know. I'm worried because my plan is to move out, and in whatever house I get, I'm going to put a home gym in the garage and set up a basketball hoop. And I'm like, I'm going to have no reason to leave my house except for groceries. And even then I can get an app for that.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, where do you live?
I live in North Carolina, around the Raleigh area. Not going to get too specific so no one comes and kills me.
Okay. Yeah, one of my best friends lives in North Carolina. He just graduated from Davidson.
So congrats.
Yeah. Curry's school. That's all I know about Davidson. But yeah, I don't know. It's scary because I have a very close relationship with my family. Like, I have a very good family, and I'm friends with. I like everybody in my family, which is a rare occurrence.
That's pretty rare. Yeah.
I should say everybody in the family that I live with. Everybody outside of that is hit or miss, to say the least. And by that I mean I have a really cool grandma and I have a racist pedophile grandfather. So very hit or miss.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know, but I'm excited about it, but also terrified of it. So I figured I'd ask. Also, I guess I imagine you were still very passionate about it when it happened. What was it like hitting 100K on YouTube?
Ooh, honestly, not that exciting.
Wow, great.
Yeah, no, dude. Again, it's different for everyone, man. But you know, for me, it was like, you know, starting on YouTube, that is kind of the first goal because YouTube sends you a plaque, right, for 100K. So literally the platform builds in that goal for you as a creator. But yeah, it wasn't that exciting. I mean, it's cool. It's just a benchmark, but I wouldn't say even like, you know, like made me happy for like a week or anything like that.
Wow, great. Well, I'm just going to continue to be depressed, apparently. Because I've made that a huge goal for this year, and I'm definitely going to hit it as long as I don't completely fuck up.
Yeah, no, dude, I think it's awesome to set that as a goal. And I think if you've set it as a goal and you accomplish that goal, then you'll get a lot of happiness from it. But I just never set it as a goal myself.
Yeah.
So
what was your, like, one of your main sources of happiness? Because, well, these last few months, it's been more comedy, right? I'm guessing. This comedy stuff.
The past few months?
Yeah.
Oh man, what's my main source of happiness over the past few months? That's a deep ass question. Jesus. Yeah. What the hell?
I'm sorry.
Hey,
you got me.
No, leave. Get out of here. Go. Recording a podcast. Fuck off. My brother just walked into my room.
Yeah, sounds like you really like him.
Yeah.
No, we're a type of family that we curse at each other all the time and yell at each other, but deep down we love each other.
Yeah, that's great.
So, like, I'm very much a stereotype of like the white kid that curses around his family.
That's okay. I curse around my
the
family.
other day, my dad was like, "You should do your taxes. You should do your taxes." Like, and I said, "Fuck that," and I'm just like, that would throw off so many people.
Jacob, do you have someone British in your family? What's with the collab and the taxes?
I don't know what I didn't think saying collab was that weird.
I've never heard it said that way.
I'm sorry, collab and I didn't. Taxes was a stumble. I don't normally call them taxes.
I'm
going to do my taxes.
Yeah,
on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to my original question. Like, what's one thing that you've been doing these last few months that, like, kind of like, oh man, I can't wait to get to this or do this, you know?
Honestly, man, I don't think there's been anything like that. I think it's, you know, I've had a lot of fun making videos for a new channel and just enjoying the creative freedom that comes with that, and also enjoying the low pressure, right? Because it's just starting out, nobody's really watching, so that's a very freeing feeling in a sense. So yeah, when I get a video going, like, and I'm especially when I'm in like the editing stage, like that's when I'm pretty excited. Because then you get to see your product come to life, or like, you know, what you imagine in your head gets put on the screen finally.
I will say some of the fastest growing channels that I've ever seen have been commentary channels. Like, I don't know how your come up on NBA YouTube was, but for me, it's been a slow grind. Like, I've really had to earn every subscriber, not just like one day I'm like, oh shit, I got 20,000 subscribers out of nowhere.
Mine was very explosive. On NBA YouTube.
Actually, when did you start NBA YouTube?
I started March of 2017.
Yeah, I remember that because I think I remember like we were coming up at around the same time. I was like, this motherfucker is getting so much subs so fast. I was jealous as hell.
No, I got super lucky, man. Yeah, so basically my channel, like for the first couple months I did it, I maybe had like 3,000 subscribers. And during the summer, around June or something, there's one day when I made a video and
I got a bunch of Mark.
Sorry?
That was so lame,
I was
Jacob.
referencing June in Flight, and I said June Mark. If June in Flight in June, whatever the fuck. I don't watch his goddamn channel. Whatever. Keep
I have
going.
no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, June, there was one day I woke up to like a crap load of like random people texting me because I was still running an Instagram account back then. And they were like, dude, Troy Dan reacted to your video. I was like, who the fuck is Troy Dan? And yeah, he has a pretty big channel. I mean, he's like I guess a reaction channel. And I think at the time he had
he also does, I think he started off doing 2K. I don't know what he does now.
Yeah, he's in the basketball sphere. And he reacted to my video about NBA contracts. And he basically sent like 10,000 subscribers overnight, which was pretty nuts.
Damn. Yeah.
That's what's up.
And then the video I released right after that was my Lou Williams shot theory video. And that video did like 200K in a week, which for a channel of like 10K subscribers is insane.
Yeah. That's how I always find most channels in NBA YouTube when they grow. And in my case, some of the biggest growing videos have been the ones that were like more unique. And like I think the Lou Williams theory video, that was a very unique topic. Yeah. And doing all the research for that, it's very unique. And I think that's one of the, when people ask for YouTube advice, I'm like, go to trending topics, but then like take a unique angle on it. Like, for example, when DeMarcus Cousins signed with the Warriors, I did a video on a rule that the NBA should make that like limits how many all-stars a team can sign, which I don't agree with anymore, but that's what I was feeling at the time. And that video blew up because I titled it like the rule that could have prevented. It's kind of clickbait, honestly, but let it go. And then when Kyrie was traded to the Celtics, everyone's talking about, oh shit, the Celtics have Kyrie Irving and all these young guys. And oh shit, the Cleveland Cavaliers just got Isaiah Thomas. What's the future of both of those teams going to look like with those guys? And like they're very in the moment about just like, hey, Kyrie Irving is now on the Boston Celtics. But I was like, okay, I'm going to make a video on the Brooklyn Nets pick. And that video is the one that pushed me over the hump of 1,000 subs.
Okay, that's lit.
Mm-hmm.
But I think unique topics is always the good shit, because I think like channels that are like top 10 best crossovers in NBA history, those channels do not last that long. Dude, they do not last that long because it's not unique and it's not personality driven. Yeah, what?
You know what the biggest video on my channel, what player it's about? It's kind of depressing.
Yes, it's about JaVale McGee.
Why? Yeah, JaVale McGee. It's like I look back at the video. It's so depressing. It's so cringe. But it's like how to all.
Can we look at the contrast of that? Can we look at the contrast of that between you and me? Mine, my biggest video is a documentary I spent a year on. Yours is a video about JaVale McGee.
Dude, it's about JaVale McGee. That's so depressing, bro. But
YouTube picks and chooses whatever the fuck. It's random as hell, so you can't. I'm glad they chose what they chose in my case, but JaVale McGee for you. What the hell was the original question? Well,
we were just talking about YouTube.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I think we're getting ready to close this thing down. We're about an hour and 12 minutes. We're gonna link Marc's new channel in the description. The current one is dead. By the way, just heads up, you could probably sell that channel for a pretty penny.
Would you ever consider selling it, Marc, or not? You just like it to yourself?
Because I have $50,000, and
I mean, this is like the question of like, would I ever sell my channel is kind of like asking, would you ever suck a dick for money? It's like, obviously, if there's enough money, then yes.
Okay,
dude, I'm serious. Come on,
that's a metaphor.
Any straight guy who will try to pretend that there's no amount of money that could get them to suck someone's dick is just lying. They're just lying.
So like,
there's a number for everybody.
This sounds like a passionate subject for you.
So someone offered you 20 racks, $20,000, put it in your face, and you put on his pants. What you doing with your mouth, Marc? What you doing?
Look, 20 racks for at most 10 minutes of pain is worth it.
You're doing
exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's a number for everybody. There's a number for everybody.
Is your number big though, Marc?
I'd prefer more, but
is your number, not saying that I'd offer this number to you, but is this number big?
Holy shit.
Honestly, I'm not sure because I feel like my number is going to be very high, but also if I were really put in a situation that I'd accept much lower, you know?
Oh my God.
Wait, are we talking about the channel or the dick now? I'm lost.
Both. Oh my God.
What's your price on the YouTube channel then? I'm not looking to buy. I'm just curious.
I don't know, man. I did get offers like those emos that you got, Jacob. I got a couple of those too, and I'm not sure. I don't think any of them were super serious, but they definitely got it. I know, like when my not management, I guess management, but basically like the people who like found sponsorship deals for me. Like I told them when I told them I quit my basketball channel, they told me that they were interested in buying, but we never talked about a price. I guess I don't know. I don't.
What's the biggest figure you saw?
Oh, I don't know. One of those emails was like, it was in the tens of thousands. I forgot what, but it didn't seem very legit.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I would only, in your position, I would only do that in the event that you were allowed to like notify the people still sub to your channel that it was being sold, because you can piss off a lot of people if you don't do that. Because there's just, if they're like subscribed to your basketball channel and randomly some fucking new guy is there, they're not going to be happy with that. So I would do it under that circumstance.
Guys, pain my camera is about to die.
I assumed it would be around now, but what the hell was I talking about? Oh, shit. Yeah, I was going to say, go check out Marc's new channel. He has interesting stuff on there. I think he got a lot of potential in that department, and I look forward to seeing where it goes. So that will be linked in the description.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you for coming
on the podcast.
All right, who wants the final word? That'll be the final word. There you go. All right, bye.